The gloves have been off, the battle lines long drawn, and finally the poll bugle sounded. The Maha of all polls with Maha impact. Where the stakes are high, the returns will be higher. 32 days to go before the vote is cast. And it's game on. While the incumbent Mahayuti is on the verge of announcing ticket distribution, consensus far from reached over seat sharing in the Aghadi. Even after the Haryana humiliation, the Congress wants to play Big Brother on the basis of the Lok Sabha win of 13 seats, where Aghadi won 30 of the 48 seats. In Maharashtra, the seats of Vidarbha and Mumbai are now deadlocked. There are 3 seats in Mumbai in which Congress is claiming Versova, Baikala and Dharavi. Shiv Sena UBT claiming Versova, Baikala and Ghatkopar West. And in Mumbai, Samajwadi Party is claiming Baikala, Mankhurd, Shivaji Nagar, Versova and Anushakti Nagar. Shiv Sena UBT not ready to leave even one seat in East Vidarbha for the Congress. Shiv Sena UBT claiming those seats of East Vidarbha where Congress has never won. According to sources, the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray faction has also threatened to field its own candidate on the Sangli pattern like Congress.
मैं राहुल गांधी जी से भी बात करूंगा। तो महाराष्ट्र के नेता है वो निर्णय लेने में सक्षम नहीं है, ऐसा मुझे लगता है कि बार-बार उनको दिल्ली में लिस्ट भेजनी पड़ती है, फिर चर्चा होती है। अब वो समय निकल चुका है। हम चाहते हैं कि जल्दी से जल्दी ये फैसला हो जाए।
जब सीट शेयरिंग हो रही होती है पार्टियों के बीच में, इस तरह के पड़ाव, मोड़, स्पीड ब्रेकर्स सब आते हैं, लेकिन हर बार आपने देखा कि ये पड़ाव, मोड़ और स्पीड ब्रेकर्स हम मिलकर पार भी करते हैं, इस बार भी कर रहे हैं। कोई विवाद नहीं है। हाँ, संवाद होता रहता है। कई बार होता है कि ये सीट उनको भी चाहिए, हमको भी चाहिए, किसी और को भी चाहिए, फिर उसमें बातचीत होती है और बातचीत से रास्ता निकलता है, अभी भी निकल रहा है।
Meanwhile, both Sena and BJP have made it clear that Shinde is going to be their CM face. Sena MP and Shinde's son posted a poster today claiming so. And it was only a few days ago when Fadnavis hinted at Shinde returning as Chief Minister.
पहिले तर हे लक्षात ठेवा, सत्ता पक्षाला चिंता नाही, मुख्यमंत्री स्वतःच बसलेले आहेत. त्यांना विचारा, तुमचा चेहरा तर सांगा. एकदा चेहरा सांगा तुमचा. मी पवार साहेबांना आव्हान करतो, पवार साहेब तुमचा मुख्यमंत्री पदाचा चेहरा कोण एवढं सांगा.
While the Aghadi is still hedging over announcing a CM face, word is Uddhav Sena is keen that Uddhav Thackeray be announced as chief ministerial candidate. The tussle still on in the Aghadi as the Maha of all elections knock. Battleground Maharashtra drop focus on To The Point this evening. Good evening, you're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Choudhry. So who is battle ready in Maharashtra? Is it the incumbent Mahayuti or is it the Maha Vikas Aghadi? Well, the report you just saw, if you look at it just by the basis of that, it seems that the Mahayuti is all set to announce its seat sharing formula while the Aghadi far from it. Let's take this debate to our panelists this evening. Joining me, Advocate Susi Ben Shah, spokesperson Shiv Sena, Shinde faction. Sanjana Ghadi, spokesperson Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray faction. Chitra Batham, national spokesperson Congress. Dr. Syed Zafar Islam, national spokesperson BJP. Let's begin with the Bharatiya Janata Party here. Dr. Islam, it's interesting because before the Haryana elections, many would have thought that the Mahayuti is on the back foot, but it seems you seem to have, in comparison to the Aghadi, got your act together on the cusp of even announcing seats.
I think this was a perception created only in the media. On the ground, we were absolutely strong. We knew that we will do well in Haryana, and we are absolutely confident that we will do very well in Maharashtra. as well as in Jharkhand. So there is absolutely no disconnect as far as Mahayuti partners are concerned. There is no disconnect within the BJP or the other alliance partners. We are working as a team. We know exactly what needs to be achieved. We know exactly what needs to be delivered to the people of Maharashtra. We have delivered it in the last 5 years, and we are absolutely confident that we will be able to not only win this election, we will win this election handsomely, because there is a level of receptiveness in the eyes of people in what we have done locally as well as pan-India basis by the Honorable Prime Minister. So people are by and large absolutely convinced that there is no alternative to Mahayuti. It is Mahayuti who will always do better than any other political parties as far as the welfare scheme is concerned, as far as the developmental scheme is concerned.
Okay, Mr. Islam, I'm going to come right back. I'm going to come right back to you labeling it welfare scheme, but you and I both know, sir, now it's khatakhat for you as well, where your schemes are concerned. Ladli Bahin Yojana is nothing far from, it's nothing far from, what has been, what many of your own party have called Revdi, or, call it Yojana or anything. But it's ultimately freebies, and they're all there, galore. Let me, open up the debate, and I'll just come back to you. Cutting across to Chitra Batham from the Congress. Mr. Batham, it seems that not many lessons have been learned from Haryana. Still wanting to play the big brother where Maharashtra is concerned. We are giving out the contest within the Aghadi over seats, especially when it comes down to the Mumbai division and Vidarbha.
Preeti, can you hear me?
I can hear you very well. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, so first of all, hello to you. Hello and good evening to you as well as your viewers. So, Preeti, I'd like to say that, yes, we have a full-fledged democracy within the India Alliance, and which is why in a healthy competition, everybody has a right to put their perspective and sell and try to win that respective seat basis on the basis of merit. So that is what is going on over here in Mahavikas Aghadi. We all are trying our level best because we know that we have to win at any cost, and that is why we all are juggling to give best. And
and there's a problem with your audio. Please hold your mic low. There's a problem with your audio. We're going to just come right back. Sanjana Aghadi from the Shiv Sena UBT faction. Mr. Aghadi, do you concur with what your ally Congress has to say? That, as per merit, seats should be given, and as per merit, the Congress thinks with their performance in the Lok Sabha, clearly they deserve a lot more than what you're bargaining. Ma'am, you're on mute.
ये जो सब्जेक्ट है ये कम्प्लीटली माननीय उद्धव साहब जी का है, आदित्य साहब जी का कॉल है, और अभी जो इन्होंने कहा तो मेरिट पे इलेक्शन से सीट बटेंगे विधानसभा के लिए, या इस पे किस तरह से ये रहेगा, ये महाविकास आघाड़ी के नेता सुझाव करेंगे। लेकिन डेफिनेटली कांग्रेस जो एक सीट से 13 सीट पे पहुंची है, तो ये कमाल महाविकास आघाड़ी का सभी के साथ का है। राहुल जी का विजन तो इसमें है ही, साथ में माननीय उद्धव साहब ने महाराष्ट्र में जो परफॉर्म किया है एज ए शिवसेना एक रीजनल पार्टी है महाराष्ट्र की, तो जिस तरह से माननीय उद्धव साहब ने किया हुआ एज ए मुख्यमंत्री किया हुआ काम था, वो काम कहीं पे सामने है लोगों के, तो इसका भी सपोर्ट डेफिनेटली महाविकास आघाड़ी की जो अदर अलायंस पार्टी।
तो कोई आप कह रहे हैं कोई इशू नहीं है, जो मुंबई में जो सीटें हैं उस पर कोई इशू नहीं है, सब ठीक है। विदर्भ में जो ईस्ट विदर्भ में आप सीट चाह रहे हैं जो आपकी पार्टी, कोई इशू नहीं है।
नहीं, इशू नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है, इशू का डिस्कशन हो रहा है। जैसे उन्होंने कहा कि पार्टी महाविकास आघाड़ी में सब पार्टियों का फ्रीडम या किसी का आवाज दबाया नहीं जा रहा है, जो भी है हर एक जन अपना मत सामने रख रहा है। कई ऐसी सीटें हैं जहाँ पे हम आना चाहते हैं, लोकसभा में कई हमारी हक की सीटें थी जहाँ पे हमारे लोग आए हुए थे, सिटिंग खासदार थे जो कि यहाँ पे नहीं थे अभी हमारे साथ, तो ऐसी जगह भी हम लोगों ने कांग्रेस के लिए छोड़ी थी, रामटेक के जैसे और कई जगह है। तो अभी विधानसभा के लिए हम भी चाह रहे हैं कि हमें भी ऐसा सहकार्य कांग्रेस से और अदर पार्टी से मिले तो डेफिनेटली ये जो होने वाला है ना, इसमें कोई बड़ा नाटक नहीं बनने वाला है। ये सब इकट्ठा आके विद डिसीजन सबके अच्छे संवाद से होने वाला है आगे।
अब एक और डिसीजन है जो क्लियरली द उद्धव फैक्शन वांट्स, एंड दैट इज टू डिक्लेयर उद्धव ठाकरे एज द चीफ मिनिस्टरियल फेस. We'll come back to that. But Advocate Susi Ben Shah, so you do agree, Ms. Shah, somewhere down the line that it is khatakhat politics for you?
No, it is not the politics. It's the patapat Sanman Dhan that we've given to the women. The women who is the backbone of the society, who are the homemakers, who work day and night to ensure that the family remains together. This will help in increasing the standard of living for the family, good education, good health, and a good economy. Because all this, whatever we are giving them, it will be sent. We will give a boost to the economy. Having said that, Stree Shakti is firmly behind the Mahayuti. Let me tell you that. Today, the day when the elections were announced, next day, our Honorable Chief Minister and our Pramukh Neta, Shri Eknath Raoji Shinde, along with the two able administrators and main stalwarts of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis ji and Ajit Dada, had a joint press conference. We gave a report card and how in 2.5 years the wheels of progress have moved in Maharashtra. We've gone ahead with Vikas, with Vishwas, Niti, Niyam और निरंतर hard work के साथ. You see our cabinet.
But Ms. Shah, the Stree Shakti that you're talking of suddenly has been thought over in the dying hours of an election coming in.
Sure.
It's
we
a
were
fact.
Always alive and kicking.
You've been in power for now 2 years, ma'am. What stopped you from bringing in Ladli Bahin Yojana?
No, Preeti, we are very alive, kicking and vibrant. So it's not now, we were always that way. But one thing, Preeti, I would definitely want to say that when you bring in such schemes, it has to be a process. It has to be thought through. We have assured not only the scheme will continue, but whether we come in power, see, the government has realized that the Aghadi Bighadi have realized they can't touch this scheme. See the contradictions. Now in their own manifesto, they've written that we'll give 2,000 rupees. Arey bhaiya, you go to the High Court, you go to Nagpur High Court, oppose the scheme, and now you are saying that we'll support these women. Main unko yaad dila दूं. If you touch the scheme, I'm telling you, these women of Maharashtra correct kaam karenge. So this, not only the Mahashakti, the farmers, the minorities, the Dalits, everyone, we are put on the ground.
Let me bring in Dr. Saeed Zafar Islam.
And we are winning.
Dr. Islam, okay, you know, your own ally, clearly the Ladli Bahin scheme is one of the key factors on which rests on how this election will pan out. Will it be the schemes? Will it be the freebie politics that will work? But Dr. Islam, is the BJP now fully on plane with the Eknath Shinde faction, where even today, Mr. Shinde's son has released a poster stating that he's going to be the next chief minister? Is this election going to be fought with Eknath Shinde as the chief ministerial face?
Well, as far as the chief ministerial seat is concerned, I'm sure that it is the collective responsibility and the decision of Mahayuti leadership, and as far as BJP is concerned, the senior leadership will be able to speak on this issue. But having said that, what is more important, that this election is fought under the leadership of Eknath Shinde ji, he is the incumbent chief minister. Having said that, what you said just now about the Ladli scheme, you must appreciate Bharatiya Janata Party and its government is not only introducing one scheme. We have introduced 93 welfare schemes, and the beneficiary is common man on the street. So it is very unfair to make this statement that it is one scheme. On that basis, we are going to go in the election, and we are actually depending and banking on this particular scheme. There are several schemes. As somebody said, this is primarily to empower the women section of the society. Why not? Don't you want to be empowered? I mean, women want to be empowered, and we must, as a responsible party, must ensure that adequate steps are being taken, and Ladli scheme is one such step towards that, to empowering women.
But what's so fascinating every time, Dr. Islam,
so many schemes which has been introduced.
But Dr. Islam, what's fascinating is that whenever elections come in for the Bharatiya Janata Party, what is reverie for others turns into welfare scheme for them.
No, that's not true. You have to differentiate between the schemes, what is being announced by other political parties or what is being announced by us. We have made it absolutely clear what is good for the economy, for the country, for the society, is something which we will follow. Irrespective of what the other political parties had
Haryana Congress released its manifesto saying we'll give 2,000 rupees to women. Election. BJP released its manifesto saying we'll give 2,100 rupees to women. So it's competitive freebie politics. It's the age of populism politics, and we really cannot deny it. We can mask it by calling it welfare schemes, but ultimately if you call it reverie, it is reverie, and it is populism to the core. Whether it's fiscally prudent is an entirely different debate. But Ms. Batham wants to make a point. Chitra Batham coming in again. Hopefully we've fixed your audio. Uddhav Thackeray as the chief ministerial face. Is the Congress in on that? Clearly not in on the seat sharing formula yet.
Preeti, I'll definitely come to answer that. But before I answer that, I'll ask Maharashtra spokesman.
Ma'am, there's a problem with your audio. There's a problem with your audio. There's a problem with your network, or there's a problem with your audio. We cannot hear you. But
they can't fix their problems. That's the problem.
All right. Okay. Let's steer clear from making any jibes, ma'am. But Sanjana Ghadi, I want to bring you in. Is the Uddhav faction very clear on the fact that you would want to go into this election with Uddhav Thackeray as the chief ministerial face? Because that has been constant pressure from your party on your allies.
देखिए, उद्धव साहब ने जो काम किया है एज ए चीफ मिनिस्टर, कोविड में 2.5 साल में वो काम कर पाए, बहुत बढ़िया काम उन्होंने किया। यूपी की तरह लाशें नहीं बही यहाँ पे, या गुजरात की तरह 4-4 दिन के लिए लाशों को अग्नि देने के लिए रुकना नहीं पड़ा। हर चीज जगह पे थी, दवाइयां लोगों को मिला और सब चीज हो रही थी। उसकी वजह से कहीं पे उद्धव साहब महाराष्ट्र का फेस डेफिनेटली बन सकते हैं, हमें लगता है। लेकिन मैं फिर से कह रही हूँ, ये महाविकास आघाड़ी का एक कलेक्टिव डिसीजन रहेगा जो एज अ पार्टी हम सभी को मान्य रहेगा। अभी दूसरा एक डिस्कशन हो रहा था मैम, मैं प्रीति जी उसके बारे में बोलना चाहूंगी। कल भी मैंने बताया कि गरीब की थाली में पुलाव आया, देखो देखो तो चुनाव आया। तो ये जो आप रेवड़ी की बात कर रहे हैं, लाडली बहन योजना रहे, इनकी लाडला भाऊ योजना रहे, ये सभी हम कहते हैं कि लोकसभेला आली मतांची कडकी आणि यांना आठवली बहीण लाडकी। लोकसभा में जब मत कम गिरे, वोट्स कम गिरे, तो इनको लाडली बहन की याद आई है और 1500 रुपया लाडली बहन की जेब में डाल रहे। लेकिन जीएसटी और भारी महंगाई की वजह से 15,000 जीजा जी के जेब से जा रहे हैं, इसके बारे में कोई नहीं बोल रहा है।
प्लीज रिस्पॉन्ड एंड देन आई क्लोज द बुलेटिन।
25-50 हजार
वेरी क्विकली मैम।
महिला तरी आम्हाला आठवण तरी आली ताई महिलांची, ते असू द्या केव्हा आली, पण आली तरी। महिला खुश आहे, ते तुम्ही डिनाय करू शकत नाही। द इश्यू
महिलांना अशा पद्धतीने 1500 रुपये देण्यापेक्षा त्यांना उद्योग
I just want to come in. I understand it's Maharashtra and there's an election there, ma'am, but let's stick to languages that we all understand, because instead of breaking into Marathi, and we're going to let it rest. I appreciate all four of you.
We have been given Marathi has been given the status of a classical language,
and I'd love to get a hang of it when I'm on the field reporting in Maharashtra, but we're going to leave it at that. I appreciate all four of our guests for joining us.